What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another Point Park Valorant game. Today, the Pioneers are taking on the Carleton Esports team, and we did have some technical difficulty getting started here, so we're a little bit behind. But we are on the first map now, which is going to be Ascent, and our Pioneers have taken an early lead. They are up 1-0, winning the pistol round, which is going to put us ahead and have a great attitude for the start here. So thank you for joining us, and we apologize for the inconvenience, but we're going to go ahead and jump into the game now. And we're going to watch the Pioneers pull out a big one tonight.
You know, I'm excited for this matchup, Shandon. It's, first time in the booth. Welcome back in the booth. Usually on the other side of the computer or behind. So it'll be fun to watch these guys play from broadcaster side. Yeah, it's,
I've casted League before, but this is my first time for Valorant. And, I'm usually either behind this main director desk or, out on the front running things that are going wrong every step of the way. So.
A man of many hats. I can appreciate that, Shandon. All right, here we are taking a look at Ascent here. Some cinematics rolling through.
The map cinematics really do sell.
Beautiful stuff here. 1-1. Looks like Point Park got thriftied.
Hey, we're not going to lose the lead, though. They're going to come back, bounce back with this, put the score up 2-1. We're expecting big games from Clark and Ari. Ari had a great debut last week. We think that she's going to continue to carry that momentum this week and carry us to a win.
100%. Ari had a standout performance here. Looks like Point Park's going to smoke Cat and go for mid-control. Looks like a buyback. It's going to be a fast attack up through Market. Here comes the flash. Clark with the dash. Clears Market. Fights Jet, stairs, gets the one. Here comes the smoke and the flood out here from Point Park out of Market. Missed the dart on the site. Stuck Dapper. Point Park clears out the site there. Beautiful take there on the buyback from Point Park.
Great push. I like the momentum carrying that in strong and fast. That early hit is what's gonna put them up for this round.
Here we are on the Carleton going on for the retake. Gets the first pick on Mona there.
Clark sitting on the wall here, and he might have first sights at them coming to peek.
Carleton out lane now. Here they come flooding out. Here comes the trades down lane. Clark wrapping around.
Clark's gonna hit one.
Scoob grabbing two, drops in. Here comes the flank from Clark. Blind, taps the bomb. Clark gets 2, 3. And the thrifty back from Point Park. You can see Creep is excited about that one. Clark not phased at all. That's a great wrap there by Clark.
Clark's starting off strong, and he had a career.
Oh, there's a little grin. There's a little grin from Clark. See Coach Sam there down the line, too, just taking things in.
It's nice to see Clark smile. He had a career record game last week. Dropped 44 kills.
Damn, okay. Here we are in round 4 now. Looks like it's going to be a save from Carleton. See how Point Park approaches this. Carleton walking up A main off the one-way smoke. Point Park holding for that. Both teams just standing now, waiting at the choke. Point Park taking this low, knowing that Carleton is on the eco. Tay gets the pick on Creep, though. A main back up immediately. That's a huge pick for Carleton off rip here on the thrifty.
Looks like we're pulling back a little bit here with Cursed. He's going to come across the B main. Nobody leaving that A main lane wide open, but it doesn't look like Carleton's making any push towards it. They're just kind of sitting back and waiting here, which is great for our Pioneers because that means that they have a strong push where it's going to be almost a 4v1. It's looking like up on B.
Carleton playing for the retake. 2 quick rotators playing at the top. Sova and Jet. Jet just floating, looking for the jump spot. Alarm bot picks him up. Clark dashes out, takes main, fights CT. No smoke coming.
Those rotators are going to go ahead and push in as well, but I like the odds of a 4-on-3.
4-on-3 retake. 2 players still in A main for Carleton.
Looks like they're going to continue pushing and try to flank backside here.
It's going to be a flood here late. Looks like Carleton's waiting for those players to come flank. Clark gets a pick. CT, though, traded out by Vortex. That's a good spot for Carleton. Might be looking to play exits. Cursed has the recon for the retake. One way downstairs. Carleton outstairs, though. Gets the first pick. Spotted. Trades coming in. Savage Boy from lane. Molly's popped. Tay coming in late off the Phoenix Ult. 3v1 now. Can Mona clutch it up? No is the answer. Savage Boy, Carleton with a successful retake. Thrifty back, Thrifty, and is that another Thrifty?
Yeah, third Thrifty right there.
None of these teams can figure out how to stabilize here in this first game of Ascent. Just like us here, we had our technical difficulties. They are too. Nobody can figure it out. Let's see what's going to happen here. What can Creep and Ari cook up to try to stabilize the Pioneers here to take advantage?
Quick turnaround, 1 round, definitely carry them a long way here. You know, gain that lead early on, and you'll be a lot better off late game. 2-2, all tied up now. And we're going to see what Point Park is going to set up here for this next round.
Looks like it's going to be a clash of the Titans here, B main.
Yep, full B main push. That's we don't see this very often.
Curse gets traded out. Point Park winning out the trades here. One more, Otter sticking around, but he gets the KO.
Park sitting on 2 now here.
Oh, Vortex with the Soval picks off Ari. 2v2 now after that chaos here in B main. No smokes from either side. Ooh, Vortex slips into sight. Clark didn't see that one. It's going to be a 2v2 here with a minute left. Both players from each team here in B main creeping out.
Fitting.
Check in. Trying to clear out some space. Maybe that knife will pull a rotator. KJ, Alarmbot's mid. Just spotting. Sees nothing. Probably heard that Sova fall in sight B main. These players both walking out now. Looks like they might run into KJ. KJ hears those steps. Crouching. Gets hers.
Clark looking for it, but he's going to back off.
Clark with the 2v1 clutch now. Has bomb and dash. KJ utility still up here though. Looks like Scoob's gonna be in heaven. Gets the plant down. Clark.
Plant. Looking up top now in heaven.
Here comes the jump up. Scoob waiting for his teammate. Clark, dash about to run out. Dark coming into sight. Probably don't expect him this so far up. Gets the first. Clark with the 2.
The clutch.
Clark with the 4K. Up in heaven with the push. Not even phased. Look at him. Ryan is so hyped. Trying to get this team back. Carry some momentum. What a nice play there by Clark. Just sneaks up heaven. Gets the 2v1. Gets a 4K in that round to make it 4-2 now?
Yeah. 3-2.
3-2.
Sitting up 1 round. But that is Clark's 3rd 4K of the past 2 games. So
Clark 4K. Put that on your bingo card, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna put Carleton in a half buy, it looks like. A few rifles coming out here and there, but should be pretty standard. Smoke coming up, Cat. A fast mid take. Clark sees the jet. Here comes the dash smoke. Into the smoke. Running into 3 players here. Clark gets Scoob first. Close market stairs with the whiff. Curse gets his. Scaling on a site now. Should be pretty free. Clark with
Clark with another.
Oh, the shorty, man. He's just floating through the air there. What an entry there from Point Park. Just were able to dominate mid. Really been able to overwhelm this market take, and somehow they're getting out of market and just raw winning these fights. Tay with the retake, though. We've seen this before. Can Carleton retake successfully? Looks like it's going to be coming off a lane. Here comes the molly. Oh, wow. Attackers win, though. Ends up trading it out. That molly came out of nowhere.
I did
Creep
like
just as confused as me.
I did like that aggressive push, though, where we had 3 go mid and 2 go up B main. I think that's, that's a strategy that I think works very well for us. We have some aggressive players, especially Clark recently. He's been playing a lot more aggressive, which is strange to see.
12-3. 12-3 right now. It's going to be a full buy from both teams. This is going to be an economic swing round for sure for the defense. See if Point Park can get some momentum rolling here.
Point Park's sitting a little higher with the economy, which is looking for the next round, but
won't shatter Point Park's economy if we lose, but put us on even grounds.
Any advantage is a great advantage.
It looks like going to be a default from both teams. Shift into mid here. Jet is just spotting for tiles. Hasn't seen anything yet. No push up from the defense. Here comes the push up from the defense. He wants it. He's thinking about it. KO knife comes out, Cat.
Looks like Tay is going to meet over here on A main.
Pioneers running into this 3-player stack now. Carleton knows that they keep losing this B main site, putting 3 players on it now.
Hey, it's a 3-on-3.
It looks like Point Park is just testing the waters right now.
Got some creep.
It might be a fake. Here comes the KJ ult from Point Park. Gap in that back left B main boat.
Creeping up A main. It looks like we're going to have a swing as well.
Oh, here's a fight A main. Tay gets the best of Clark there. TP coming over to A main now. The KJ ult was just aroused. Here comes a defender KJ ult out B main. Didn't even see that one pop. No smokes here. Coming onto the A execute. Raw. Ari gets one. Creep gets one. Scoob with the trade. 3v2 for Point Park. Out heaven now. 12 seconds to go. Ari, shot from door. Dropped heaven. Defenders win that one. 4-3. Point Park just unable to sell that fake there. I just don't think it was quick enough.
Yeah, like I said, that aggressive playstyle is something I like to see more of. I think they play it very well. You know, sitting back a little bit, I think they get a little bit more in their heads and they hesitate when they go to swing, or, you know, if you're going for a front side where it's a standoff like that 3v3 we had, I feel like that's something that they need to aggressively push rather than sit back and hesitate.
Yeah, great play. I love that call overall. It was just lacked a little coordination. The bomb wasn't on the A side. Maybe they weren't leaning into it too much, but here we go. Point Park with a kind of a half buy. We might see that speed again here again, Shandon.
Get out of my way.
Ari first.
Blocking sight.
Smoke dash. Here comes the execute.
Carleton making a quick adjustment there to pull everybody over to A.
Looks like it's going to be a 5v5 retake. Out heaven. Cursed gets his. Clark getting sprayed through the smoke there. Tagged up. 2 players low for Point Park.
Creep making the plant now.
Sova drone coming out.
And it looks like they're going to trade for
Carleton
Cursed here. Savage Boy gets Cursed and Clark, and then Creep goes and trades for Savage Boy as well. Ari with one on Tay.
Outdoor.
He's going to trade that back for Creep.
Oh, unfortunate retake there.
Vortex coming in with the defuse, and that's going to give Carleton an even 4-4 here.
Gonna be 4-4 here. Carleton willing to play the retake, and as we can see, it's working out in their favor. Creep manages to get 2 with a Spectre from hell to door somehow. Just Point Park unable to win those trades. Maybe, you know, if we had better weapons. But hey, that was a half buy. We'll take that. We take those rounds. You know, we learned a lot. Maybe their A's a little softer. We'll see what Point Park does here into the buy round.
Being economically smart always helps as well, but it looks like Carleton's going to be trumping us a lot there. Sitting a lot more comfortable as well.
12-5 out of Clark, 8-6 out of Savage Boy. Not a bad half here from either side so far. Great game. Smoke's coming out, standard smokes, cat smoke, one way, A main. Looks like Point Park's doing this B main split. Savage walks through the smoke, cat, gets 2. Traded out by Clark though.
I got the spike.
A main clear this time. Pivoted to cat, Clark just gets caught. No trade coming from Mona. Ari slipping up A main though now. 4v2, a minute 10 left. It looks like she's been discovered. Will she be ready? Catches! Otter off guard. Mona getting pinched now from B main. There's Scoob. 3v1, can Ari just gets outswung there by Tay. 5-4 now.
Pretty even matchup overall so far. It's going to be interesting to see how this one ends.
That was a quick play. That was a heads-up play from their duelist there. They smoked that cat, and she just walked out of it. Got 2. Eventually just won them the round. Looks like Point Park's going to be taking a timeout here just to kind of settle down, maybe try to win the half. How do you think they've played so far, Shannon?
I think they've played very good. The aggressive push looks like it's working well until Carleton starts playing that retake. Then, you have this problem where you're going to aggressively push one side. You can't swing backside. You can't flank. And it just leaves B wide open if you're going to flank or rush A. Or if you're going to rush B, you leave A wide open. And then the problem is Carleton can come behind and flank very easily. It's putting us in a lot of 5-on-5 situations, and we're just not responding fast enough.
Yeah, I think what Sam here has to tell them, I think the fast hits are working. They're winning this mid-split to B. It's just, I think they got caught out there on that smoke. The guy hasn't walked out that smoke in 5 rounds, so I think they make the adjustment there. I think they keep going fast. I think Carleton isn't ready for these hits, and I think we can win some of these retakes. Hopping back in now, 15 seconds. Looks like it's gonna be a default from Point Park. Carleton going back, strong siding A, heavy, playing retake B fully. Looks like it might be a thrift or an eco round from Point Park. Just contacting Cat. Ooh, aggro coming out of A main. Clark gets the first. Jiggle peeks Tay here. Knows he's there. Backs off. Grabs the orb too.
Looks like Tay's waiting for that push to come up on him instead of peeking back here.
Clark updrafts. Almost got caught out there by Tay.
Looks like Clark's going to go ahead and peek that, and he's going to be ready for it here.
Clearing this quick main. Here comes the flash. Both get blinded. Clark
goes down, gets a trade. Tay gets 2, 1 on Ari as well.
Tay gets 2. Molly's off creep. 4v3 now for Point Park. 50 seconds left. Carleton wins out that A main fight. Gets another on Cursed. Looks like just walked out that bottom mid smoke. Again, Carleton just walking out these smokes. Point Park not ready for that. Looks like Creep and Mona going to be inching their way towards the A main. Here comes that Gen lineup, I believe, from Creep. See where that Molly lands. Here comes the flash. Going to be a raw execute. No smokes, flashed, and traded out there. Vortex and Tay get 3K, and Pioneers lose that round. Thrifty, though, you know. Here comes a full buy from Point Park, I believe.
Yep.
Looks like Creep's going to be on half armor. Has his ult, though. We have Omen ult. Also Sova ult. Looks like Tay's going to be playing back on A main. Looks like Carleton is ready for this B main take again. Pioneers have 5 outside B main. KJ Util, 2 players in sight. Here comes the knife. Early smoke out of Carleton. Looks like we're going to pop out this smoke. Clark missed the dash, gets the door closed. Point Park doesn't know there's 2 players backside boat. Let's see how they deal with that. Ari gets 1, Otter gets 2. Clark trades him out 3v3.
I got the spike.
Fast flank there. Curse picks that one up on Savage Boy. Fast retake from Carleton. Shut down. Clark hops off, gets the kill on Phoenix there.
Planted.
Flooding out of stairs quickly. Down, flash downstairs. Double flash. Clark gets
One
picked.
enemy remaining.
Scoob gets
Last
1.
player
1v1 now.
standing.
Cursed. Bomb planted default. Taps. Off. Curse plays the time. Jiggles. Knows she's off. Here comes the shocks. Great utility usage out of Cursed. Just jumping across. Just toying with his prey. Swings again. 1 health. Sticks the bomb now, Scoob. Here comes the dart. Look at all this util. Wow, and the 1 tap from Cursed. Played him like a book there, playing with his food.
Last round
Nothing.
before the switch.
From the kid, just shakes it off just like another day in the office.
It was a clean util usage, and, you know, he made the peak just right, got his shots off, and left him on 1 HP, and it's an easy battle to win right there. So.
There you go. Well played there from Coulson. 4 and 10 on this half, 5 assists. Clark, top of the leaderboard, 15 and 8. 3 assists, light armor this round. It's going to be another full buy coming out from both teams. Looks like Point Park might be a fast A take here.
Watch this.
Here it comes. Catch, Tay off guard.
Tay immediately off the bat here through the smoke.
Looks like it's going to be a good, clean execute here from Point Park with that first early pick. Clark going to updraft and pop knives. Thought about it, backed off though, outdoor.
Spike
Quickly
down
traded out
A.
by Ari. Carleton with the retake now. Ooh, Clark!
Clark gets another one on Scroob.
With the floating right click. Point Park worried about this door flood. Here comes the smoke A main from Carleton. Smoke coming out. Point Park knows that they're willing to walk through these smokes. No other option here as the time is ticking.
Looks like Ari's going to get the first sights here on this smoke.
One enemy remaining.
Ari gets the pick door.
Vortex trades back with Clark as well, leaving us with a 3-on-1 situation. Spike is down.
Quick drop Jenny.
Ari sees Vortex, been spotted.
Vortex makes it down, but
Mona's
Mona.
going to get the kill to end it.
Good pick there by Mona. Playing hell that time and just able
Switching
to
sides.
play a little back and forth there with Ari. Gets that kill. Jenny. 6 half here.
Yeah, it's going to tie us right back up.
Here we are into another pistol. See if Point Park can win their second pistol of the game here.
I feel like this pistol's definitely a needed round. Point Park's been struggling a little bit more economically. You know,
Point Park will want to get out the gate. They want to get this economic advantage quick. Looks like it's going to be a standard play from Point Park. No aggro.
looks like they're stacking. Looks like they're stacking A side a little bit extra here. You have
KJ utility over there.
3 looking up at A, 1 looking mid, and then 1 sitting back B side.
Looks like Carleton. Some early aggression A main. Able to take that. Back off the smoke. Smoke coming out bottom mid for Carleton. Looks like they're going to be pivoting to B though. Pioneers pivoting off of B.
Looks like it's going to be a game of musical chairs here.
It looks like Carleton is executing this perfectly. They cut noise A main. Pioneers just have no information. They're walking back B main. Kirsch just spotting B main now. All 5 players from Carleton gathering this B main.
Point Park very spread around the map. We have 3 looking towards B though, but 2 are sitting mid, unaware of this push that's happening right now.
Oh, so here comes the smoke B main. Cursed with the dart on the execute. Misses. Shock switch. Otter gets Clark.
Hopefully we can get a trade off here. Vortex is going to go ahead and try and get the plant down here. Gets it off successfully. And
Gonna be
Point Park's finally all pushing into B as well, so it looks like we're going to have a 5-on-4 confrontation here.
5-on-4 retake. No knife from Point Park. Dart should be coming up back soon. It's just going to be a raw fight of trades. One-way smoke comes on stairs. Ari holding the flash. Waiting for the execute. Here comes the flash. Here comes the flood lane. Trades going the way of Carleton. Savage Boy gets 3. All left to Curse. Can't get his. Carleton gets a 4K on the pistol.
Puts Carleton back in the lead at 7-6 here. Demeanor changed quickly here, but you know, one good retake and game swinging back in their direction. That aggressive play from Carleton was pulled off almost perfectly.
That was just a great play from Carleton. Point Park just had no information. They started with that early A main aggression and just walked away from it. Able to take B main.
The radio silence on A main there confused Point Park and left him out to dry there. So
100%.
Beautiful play.
Looks like Point Park's going to be aggro play down mid, looking to pinch this KJ B main. Let's see. Back cut if she can get it. Creep with the classic. Carleton going to have the A site for free. Bomb is late though. Cat might catch her. No. Looks like Carleton's going to have a full site. Pioneers might come flooding quick though. 2, 3 players flanking.
Contact here.
Carleton taking at A heaven control though. In response, Savage Boy finds Ari in tree. 1 still creeping. Carleton. Phoenix into our spawn. Looks like it's going to be a 3-player flank. Knows 1 player's wine. Blinded.
Clark's
catches all 3 players.
Unfortunately, Otter's going to get the best of him, but Mona's going to go ahead and get that trade on Otter.
Here comes creep out of heaven.
Player standing.
Tay takes care of him. Mona gets 1, but not a bad save there from Point Park. Able to get 3. Defenders got the, or attackers got the bomb down, but I think that's a great round for Point Park. Just able to flood that KJ back hut and able to bring it down to 2 players for Carleton.
It's a demonstration of good communication right there.
Makes Carleton have to make a choice now. Looks like they're going to half buy into this round. 3 Deagles, 2 Deagles, a Spectre. Not a bad buy if you're Carleton. A big, important round if you're Point Park. 2 light armors. 1 light armor and a Spectre. Looks like it's just going to be a standard default from Carleton again, fighting for this A main control. Early drone out of Cursed in B main, spots the KJ. Doesn't know there's 2 players there. Carleton walking back B main again now. All 5 players gathering. Point Park out mid though. Might catch these players crossing B main. Catches Omen. Screw the heads Clark there. Looks like the Pioneers are shifting over.
Carleton pulling off and going strong B here with their...
Carleton not committed to this B main hit yet, though. Kind of just like on the Thrifty or the Pistol. They just out-rotated Point Park there.
It did look like they were going to rush full B main there, and then they had 2 pull off mid.
Yeah, that Jet was creeping A main. Point Park knows now, no contact B. Might have shifted over. Carleton not out yet. Here come the smokes. Stalled on now. Here come the smokes, Heaven. Smoke door, blind gen. Here comes the execute from Carleton. Have free sight. Late KJ Lurker main, or mid. Plant going down. Looks like first contact's going to be Cat here. Is Point Park aware of this lurk? Mona picks up Scroob on the Cat lurk. That's a huge pick for Point Park. Curse traded back there. I think that was on the jump up. Here comes the retake from Point Park. Flash coming high, knife coming close. 3 players playing Hell. 3 Hell, 1 main's the call. Smoke coming out main. Point Park looks to drop, traded out 1 for 1. Point Park, 2 to 1. Creep.
One enemy remaining.
Creep in the 1v1 now. Just a deagle to his name. Not planted for Carleton. Otter walks out the smoke. Has the angle on Cursed. Just a hard retake there from Point Park. 3 players from Carleton playing Hell. Looks like that's going to be a 9-6 score line. We're going into a timeout here for Point Park.
The way the second half is going, how are you feeling so far? Feeling confident in our ability to retake this game?
I think Point Park, we're just jumping the gun right now. They're fighting for that early. Carleton's just fighting for that early A main pressure, and then they're either executing or just walking away. We're getting out rotated right now. We're biting on these executes, and then there's nothing there. It's just tough right now for Point Park. I think we just need to kind of relax, don't over rotate, kind of settle
aggressive,
in.
Right?
I think so. I would like to see Point Park fight for this A main space. I think we just don't have any information right now. We have 2 initiators. You know, we're not getting early information. Carleton's, we're kind of fighting that early A main, but that's what I would like to see out of Point Park right now, is fighting for that early A main control.
I definitely think that aggression is going to be the way that we start to retake this game a little
100%.
bit. You know, if I could tell Coach Sam right now, I'd say, hey, push him A main, let's go, send him out there.
Listen, you know, if only we had the power to do that, but the powers that be do not allow it. So let's see what Point Park has here. It looks like it's going to be a Thrifty. See if Coach Sam was able to cook up any play here. Ari with the Bucky. 4 deagles, 3 deagles coming out.
Ari's infamous for shotgun usage.
I was talking to her before the game, and she was saying, you know, that judge, 0-2, good. Cursed with a good dart, sees 2 players outside B main. Goes for a little spray and pray. Carleton, 5 players outside B main. KJ's lurking back.
Looks like Point Park actually might...
Joke's over! You're dead!
Carleton pops the Phoenix ult for this retake. Curse with the 1D. Stalled out.
B main pressure here. Very heavy. It's a 5-on-1 situation after they knock Mona. As well as Cursed.
Tay just able to, off the Phoenix ult, walk out, kill Mona in sight. Gets Cursed as well there on stairs. 5v2 retake now as Ari with the Bucky. Can't do much there. Creep isolated. Otter gets 2. Clark now left. Here comes the Phoenix. And lived a lot longer than I thought he was. Otter gets a 3K though.
That 5v1 stand never is a heroic moment for anybody.
10-6 now from Point Park. Just the pistol round. Here comes the full buy now. Looks like we're gonna see 3 rifles, 4 rifles out of Point Park.
Sitting all heavies.
All heavy armor. No aggression here from Point Park. Still just playing this 2-1-2. No aggro A main. Carleton, 4 players to this A main side now though. Looks like it's gonna be a default. It looks like Carleton's gonna fight for this A main and figure out what else is happening. Here comes the smoke bottom mid. Carleton picks up A main for free. Looks like it's gonna be an A split. A main gets smoked off. Ari bottom mid. Clark just spotting from tree. Here come the players walking up cat. Gonna be an execute here from Carleton. Clark sees this execute. Picked off tree. Here comes Ari on the backside. Carleton gets the bomb down. No lurker. 5v4 retake from Point Park. Creep has the KO ult. See if they elect to use it here. Clearing out tree first. Looks like Carleton's going to play 3 players in the site again.
2 looking for that flank there down below.
Here comes the ult from Creep. 3 players now back in main for Carleton. KO ult just fading now. Here comes 2 players in the smoke. Savage Boy gets 2, Otter gets 1, Tay gets 1. Point Park shut down on the retake there. Carleton just able to hold on to that one. Point Park unable to flood out with that KO ult. Gonna force them onto a 11-6 deficit now. Half buy coming in from Point Park. Deagle, Spectre, Ghost. What do you think the issues are right now?
Struggling a little bit with economy. You know, a nice round
Yeah, it's a
win
tough
would help
battle.
significantly. You know, it's hard to go full buy every round if you're not winning them. So definitely need to work on the economy. I also think that instead of playing a standard, we should play more of an aggressive play style. And it looks like Creep's going to get one, but the trade's going to be instant there as well.
No take off that. Gets smoked off. Carleton wins out the trades there. 4v3. Great round here for Point Park. Maybe able to steal one away and get that economic economy rolling again.
Carleton going to pull back. Looks like they're going to start looking towards A main here. See if anybody pushes mid as well.
Ari clearing B main. Mona and Clark have to know that this hit's coming A. Ari all the way out B main.
Clark most likely going to make full contact in A main.
Sees
here.
that blind.
Clark's going to sit back and wait there, and he's moving in for the peak now.
Clark's
He's
playing
blocked by
dice.
smokes.
Blinded, darted,
Tay
recon.
creeping up on him, and he's unfortunately going to get Clark.
Unable to get anything there, Clark. That was a tough way.
Carleton getting the plan off here now, and
Spike
Ari's going to
planted.
make contact here with Tay.
Ari should get
Ari's
one.
gonna get that trade off on Tay.
Robin peek there from Ari.
Last
Love to see
player
that.
standing.
Otter picks up Mona. Carleton knows that Ari's coming flank now. Looks like it's going to be a disciplined play. No aggression, just holding that high-low. Look at this high-low from Carleton. Top box and dice. That's disgusting.
And they're going to go ahead and get all.
Flawless round from Carleton. Gonna put them on match point. 12-6 now for the Pioneers. No timeout available, I believe.
Yeah, they use their timeout for this half almost immediately, actually. When they were in a 9-6 deficit.
Yeah,
they went ahead and
just
called
try to
that.
stop the bleeding a little, but 12-6 now. Pioneers looking to play a perfect game to force overtime. KJ ult to play with for the defenders. Looks like we're going to see some of that aggression A main now, but nobody's there. Maybe just a little too late from the Pioneers. 5 players from Carleton here coming fast. Here comes the execute. Out switch already. Looks like it's going to be a 5v5 retake.
2 watching this backside to B. They hear all the noise, and they're going to go ahead and say, hey, guys, we need
Aggro
some help
CT.
over here.
Carleton electing to hold for the market space. 3 players playing out of sight here. Don't want to give the Pioneers any chance to come back into this round.
Savage Boy looking for the hit on Creep there. Looks like he's not going to get it. Stroop's going to get 2 here on Clark, as well as Curse. And Mona's going to go ahead and trade back to
Last player
Stroop.
standing.
Tay and Otter picking off Ari and Mona. And Savage Boy getting the final kill on Creep. And
Attackers
that's
win.
going to be the end of the first game for us.
Puts Creep into a 4v1, unfortunately. You know, can't win too many of those. Pioneers just kind of outplayed there, unfortunately. It was like they had their number the whole game, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was definitely an unfortunate turn of events in that second half there. It seems like Point Park kind of lost the aggression there and started playing a little more spread, despite Carleton constantly, you know, bombarding all 5 players to one site. So, you know, maybe when they're in this halftime here, they'll make an adjustment with Coach Sam and they'll say, hey, you know, they're pushing with aggression. Hopefully they don't change that, and Point Park would be able to, you know, work on some retake there.
I think,
Or
yeah.
make the push first initially.
I think Point Park had a lot of success on the attacking half. We were doing that aggression, and I just wish we saw some of that on the defending side. I think we kind of just gave them a little too much space, and we didn't know what was going on. We weren't controlling the pace of the game, and we were kind of just on the back foot the whole time.
Defending is tough because, you know, the problem is you can't give so little space that you can't, you know, leave a side open, but you also have to give enough space to the point where you're covering everything, but then you lose that aggression. Then you're in these 5v2, 5v3 situations, so...
Yeah, it's about taking calculated risks. I know Ari's calling here, so on this new roster, some things are working out, testing some new waters, but we're going to take a break here going into the half. Come back here for map 2. Pioneers down 0-1 versus Carleton University.
Welcome back. We're going into game 2 of the series here. Your Point Park Pioneers are down 1-0 right now to Carleton. Fell a little short in game 1. Made some, loose mistakes here. Hopefully we made some correction in between. And looking for a game retake here. Put us up 1-1 and go into a game 3.
Yeah, here back on the split. Pioneers just fell a little short there on Ascent. Hoping to get their footing. Here we are in Agent Select. Looks like we're going to see some cinematics here of split. Love this. There's the little mains. There's them frogs out in mid vents. Riot does a great job here. Listen to the crystals. Coach says. Looks like Agent Select here. Mona on Cypher. Clark on the Duelist. Ari on Smokes. Looks like it's going to be Creep, I assume. Yes, Creep on Gecko. Coulson floating. Savage Boy going to be playing Duelist again. Might be a mirror comp coming out here, Shandon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually kind of looking that way.
Vortex hovering that sky now. Locks it in. Looks like gonna elect for the sky over the Gecko. Point Park opposite wants that Gecko. Coulson just hovering. 2 random players both hovering right now. Otter and Cursed. Smokes lock in. Ferrari.
Tay hovering over the Smokes as well. Probably going to lock that in. Yep, there it is.
Locks it in.
Otter's going to lock in as well.
Only change we're seeing here is the Initiator. Point Park electing to go for the Gecko over the Sky after those changes. Sky, no. The Flash, no recharge now. So, looks like we'll see how Vortex plays around that and see how they do. Carleton up 1-0 here over Point Park, going into map 2 of Split. Pioneers starting on attack. Started off attack well on Ascent, Shandon.
I agree. That attack went very well. The defensive side, though, we were struggling a little bit, creating too much space, and we were running into issues where we were just simply outnumbered, and, that's something hopefully they'll adjust to on the second half of this game here. But a strong attack, get the momentum going. That's what we're hoping for here.
Map 1, we started off with, I think, 4 Thrifties in the first, 6 rounds. Let's see if these teams can stabilize here and play a little more disciplined, not get Thrifties. But that's the beauty of Valorant, that any chance, anything is happen, anything is possible.
Which is always true. And that's the case with anything here as well. So keep an open mind here. Point Park making some very vital mistakes on the defense side. Attack looked very fluid, so hopefully we keep that up in this game here. Strong start could be beneficial here, but Carleton's starting to adjust to it, so we got to be careful here with what we choose to do.
Looks like the Cypher of Carleton Screw setting up on B here. Be interested to see what kind of setup Cypher has going into this game. A lot of the times, a big difference maker. Point Park, 3 towards B main side, Cypher lurking mid, 2 players towards the A main. Here we go, map 2.
Looks like the Cypher mid is going to make the first contact here, potentially.
Early contact into B main. Cypher just sitting on this camera. Gonna know these 2 players are walking in. Creep grabs the orb. Don't know that Cypher's here yet. Just electing to back off, maybe. No pressure.
Cypher still sitting mid there, as well.
Mona just sitting in hut. Here comes the flash for information out of Carleton. Vortex now just down to 1 flash.
Curse sitting that B after that flash there. Just kind of patiently waiting.
Resmoke vent now from Ari. Looks like Creep's going to make his way through spawn. Make no noise here. Looks like Point Park's going to end up on A. Carleton shifting Sky over now. Might have this read. No contact B main.
Clark sitting front and center on A main here. I think they're waiting to regroup, and then they'll go for that push.
Looks like it's going to be a 5v3 take. Omen in sight. 2 players heaven. Tay smokes A main. Pioneers through that one, though. Here comes the execute. Otter stuck Potter now. Pioneers don't know he's there still.
Otter's going to trade that back. Creep's going to get one back on Otter. We're up on the trades 2-1 here, putting us in a 4v3 situation.
Carleton was great at that retake on Ascent. Scroob just walking through that smoke.
And Scroob's going to get cursed as well.
2 players flooding from ramp. 1 player hell. Mona's hell. Creep in sight. Scroob just jiggling. Vortex gets 1. Down to the 1v1 now.
Carleton looking a little bit lower here with Vortex. Creep sitting on the other side.
And Creep outplays Vortex off the tap. He's excited about that one. That's what you want to see out of the Pioneers. Starting with round 1, getting that pistol. Maybe start to build some momentum here.
That's the hope.
Pioneers bring in some Bulldogs now. See if they can win this pistol, or this buy round. Up 1-0 here. Looks like we're going to see 3 Deegs out of Carleton. Scroob there, walks out CT and catches Cursed in elbow. Point Park has to be a little more aware that Carleton is not respecting these Omen smokes. They're walking through.
It was a good first round of attack. I think need to be a little bit more aware spatially where we're sitting. Like you said, Curse was susceptible there, and that was something that we should have noticed off the bat there.
5-man take from Point Park coming onto A. Cypher stuck here alone, opting to play the 5-man retake. Carleton, 5 players alive, all rotating over through
Creep's gonna get
vents.
the plan off as well.
Cypher cam still up. Nade coming out of Carleton now. Cursed low. Creep gets 1.
Savage Boy has contact on Creep.
Creep
there.
gets 2. Clark gets 1 elbow.
Remaining.
That flash
Against
pops
that.
late.
4th one against Otter, and that's going to put us in a 5v1 situation. Very favorable here, and the spike is down, so...
Clean round out of Point Park. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see these thrifty rounds where it goes back and forth. Looks like the Pioneers are going to go up 2-0 here on split. Great start so far. Able to fend off that retake.
Savage Boy is just going to slowly creep in, make as little noise as possible.
Oh, Savage Boy almost catches 1. Gonna die to the bomb, though. Doesn't want to give Pioneers any more alt points. Reset the eco. Looks like it's going to be a full buy here now from Carleton. Pioneers carrying over 3 Spectres, 4 Spectres, and a Bulldog. What do you think's going to happen here?
I think Point Park's going to go a little more aggressive. They're feeling confident now. They're going to push in hard. It could go one of 2 ways. Carleton can be ready for that and be expecting it, and completely retake it, or Point Park can get the push off successfully and take those first shots and win out overall very fast and swift here.
Looks like Pioneers are going to have the right read. It's going to be a fast B main take. Cypher playing on A. Tay gets 1 on the Omen. Here comes the creep ult. Blinded. Detains a player, I think.
Otter's going to pick
Gets
off
away.
first here as well, putting us in a 4v3. Creep's going to get Tay back.
Creep able to stabilize, gets the man advantage. Pioneers don't execute there, but we're willing to trade out 1 for 2. Scroob looking for that rotate. Pioneers leaving fast, though, through CT.
Like
Cypher.
you said, they're going to be ready for it, or is going to strike hard and fast and be a quick round.
Tay's been killing the Pioneers, just able to get that first pick every time. Phoenix on Ascent. Omen here on a split, able to just rip a head off with that Guardian A main, or B main.
Carleton does play pretty sound defensively. A few times it's usually just man outnumbered, man advantage that's costing them.
Already with the TP into sight. Scroob gets 1 through the smoke, just a
Spike
blind
down
spray.
A.
Mona late main now here. Pioneers get tagged again, Mona.
Player
Ari
standing.
catches her off guard, and that's going to be it.
Vortex gets 2 there. Pioneers just unable to get that execute on B main, and then just outgunned there with the Spectres. Bonus round there for the Pioneers. Made it a little expensive for the defenders. We're seeing 4 light armor. Might not even have a 4th rifle. Doesn't look like we are.
And going to go 4th, going to go 4th rifle there with a heavy armor, but
4 light armors here from Carleton. 1 heavy armor on Tay.
Point Park going completely opposite.
Yeah, Pioneers with the economic advantage for sure. Looks like it's going to be a mid play. 2 players from Carleton out top mid, just raw fighting. Savage Boy finds 1. Carleton backing up. Curse scaling into Mail. Says doesn't care about that boombot. Down to 8 HP. Dismisses away. Makes it even. Mona finds 1 on the lurk. Lurked out B main. Great lurk there by Mona.
Point Park carrying man advantage now, and I take that back. Scroob's gonna go ahead and pick off Curse.
Scrooge just able to find 1. Mona and Creep.
Creep on Vortex.
Mona with the 3K.
Gonna go ahead and get it.
Carleton almost tried to fight their way back into that one, but Creep and Mona able to find 3 on that round. Great lurk through B main on Mona. No Cypher there. Opens up the round there for the Pioneers.
Put your Pioneers up 3-1.
3-1 advantage here for the Pioneers now. Looks like it's going to be half buy for Carleton. Looks like they're going to force in maybe. 2 light armors and a deagle.
Point Park economy is looking very good as well now. You got full heavies going on, which is always a good sign.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, Shandon, Pioneers just able to kind of stabilize economically.
That was definitely something we struggled with the last game. The defense round specifically, we just weren't getting enough kills. We weren't economically strong, and that's one of the things that costed us overall.
Creep solo mid now. 4 players for the Pioneers scaling out A main. Here comes the execute. Potter traded out. Tay finds 2. Deep in the sight, finds 3 on Cursed. Pioneers bomb drop mid sight. Mona and Creep here late A main. Tay just able to find 3 in sight. Mona here now on ramp. Both players ramp. Just trying to get a pick back into this round. A decent amount of time, 50 seconds. Looks like Carleton's gonna pivot to top. Mona finds 2.
But Savage Boy unfortunately trades back, and that will be the round.
Pioneers just kind of got stuffed on the take there. Tay, once again, rears his ugly head. Finds 3 in sight, that back right corner. Clark with the trade on Potter, on Potts, but unable to win the round, unfortunately. It's going to put the Pioneers into a half buy or a full buy. 2 light armors and a bulldog. 2 bulldogs coming out.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Carleton looking to stabilize 3-3 here on this game. Scroob misses the one way.
Looks like they're doing a heavy push with 3 players up mid.
Looks like it's going to be a fast B split. Here come the Seekers from Carleton. Pioneers able to get that pick. Walk through that vent smoke. Here comes the execute. Otter and Tay get 2.
Otter's going to take Clark as well.
Stabilizes here to a 4v3 advantage. Carleton. Creep finds 1. Vortex there for the trade in Z. Bomb dropped for the Pioneers. Curse backs up to Mail.
Otter did have sights on Curse there, so he's sitting in a dangerous position here.
Smoked off now. Tay, close left. Is Cursed aware of this? They're aware of the flank. Looking at the flank now. Ari walking through A main.
1 enemy remaining.
Otter gonna find Ari on the flank. Just leaves Cursed here in Mail. Outgunned there by Tay. Tay just trading out there. Pioneers get stuffed in heaven. Things level out to 3-on-3 now. 3-3 round count.
Sitting behind that smoke with a down man advantage is definitely a pretty interesting situation to be in, because you don't know what's sitting on the other side of that smoke. And, Curse found out the hard way there.
I'd never count Cursed out of those for sure. As Reyna especially, you never know what happens. But just not able to convert that one. It's going to be a save here now for the Pioneers. Started off with the 3-1 advantage, now leveled out 3-3. Full buy coming out of Carleton. Cypher playing A now. Looks like Pioneers are coming into this Cypher setup. Clark gets the trip one way, makes it through. His team scales heaven. Here comes the ult from Scroob. Pioneers stuffed ramp now. 3 players from Carleton. Curse just caught out in the open. Ari getting the sprayed through the box. Savage Boy finds 1. Scroob through the smoke. Creep with the trade. 4v1 though. With that Spectre, you never know what.
All 3. He had contact on all 3 players.
16 bullets, just gets flooded. Unable to do anything there. Got his, though. 4-3 now for Carleton. Pioneers back on a bye round. What do you think the Pioneers need to do here, Shannon?
You know, I've said
Timeout coming. Timeout coming.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I think Coach Sam. What do you think, Coach Sam? We'll go back into your thought. What do you think Coach Sam's going to tell our team here?
It's tough to say. You know, that playing with that aggression is nice, but it seems like Carleton's beating us on retake. We're just simply getting outgunned. So.
Pioneers had the early 3-1 advantage. Down 4-3 now.
I mean, they're playing it smart. I feel like they're just lacking some spatial awareness and, you know, little you know, discipline details that are costing them, I think. You know, if we can tighten up on some things, become more spatially aware, and maybe revamp our strategy a little bit to focus on these, you know, smaller areas, the corners and stuff that we're missing and getting peaked on. And, you know, if we come in prepared, we can outgun them back and kind of balance things out. But, I don't know.
Yeah,
simply just not moving fast enough.
Yeah, Pioneers looking to kind of bounce back here. I think just coordinating those hits a little better. Maybe try to flood that util for some better hits. Just realized we still are in the timeout. Back to the round now. Here we go. Pioneers trying to level things out here on this map 2. Down 1 map. Lost ascent.
Hey, they've had good play calling. They just need to, you know, follow through with it, make these hits a little tighter, and they should have no problem moving forward.
Yeah, just losing some of these trades here in mid and A main on these executes. Pioneers looking to slow things down, maybe a little mid pressure. No vent smoke. Otter jiggling. Here it comes, the vent smoke. Smoked off now. The fight for mid. Pioneers looks like they're going to win this one.
Otter sitting there, bombarded by util, sitting in the smoke right now with 3 Point Park players sitting on him as well.
Carleton doesn't know Pioneers aren't up. Nobody knows that mid control is nobody. Otter just sees the head of Cursed through that little gap on the smoke. Untraded out. I think Clark knows with the swing.
Clark's going to go for the trade, but he's going to miss it there. And Creep is going to get back on Otter.
Savage Boy on that B Heaven angle. Mona might get one here on Tay. Traded out. Jumps away from Savage Boy there.
Pretty good save by Mona right there.
Gets one to level it out. Swing! Savage Boy just out of nowhere. Creep gets the trade and the orb. One off of his ult now. Vortex here. Looks like Pioneers are going to rotate. Ari deep into A main. Has this one step ahead. Carleton unaware of this. Cypher rotated off A main. Here come the smokes. Setup still here for Cypher. So they should know momentarily that Pioneers have the site. Might meet him Heaven though. No smoke Heaven. Scroob sees the wingman. Sees Cursed. Or sees him cross. Plant going down now for the Pioneers. Planting safe. Vortex. Ari gets one hell. Scroob trades out 1v1. Creep with the ult now. Might have heard the hell drop. Don't think so. Scroob walks into sight deep. Doesn't look like Creep's aware of this. Sees him out of the corner. Creep with the 3K to level the Pioneers here. 4-4. Just raw reaction diff. Saw him out of the corner of the eye. Scroob snuck into sight there, but Creep able to just find that.
It's a good peek and a fast reaction. It's a well-deserved win for Creep.
Yeah, great round out of Creep. Pioneers. Ari with the first step there. Almost. Pioneers were almost a little too slow on that take, but they were able to convert that round. Creep with 14 and 4 on this attacking half. 4-4 this round. Not as many thrifties, but a tight scoreline nonetheless. Looks like it's going to be a relatively full buy from Carleton. 1 Deagle on Otter. Light armor for the Pioneers on 2. Molly coming out on vents. Here comes the ult up. B Heaven. 2 players in sight for Carleton. Cursed finds Otter.
Vortex sitting back just behind that wall. Cursed isn't aware of it, so he's going to go ahead and back off. He's sitting with Creep, but it doesn't look like they're going to create that pressure. They're just going to kind of hover and feel it out.
Ari lurking up A main now. Carleton calling that there's no pressure following up on this B, so watch for that lurker. Savage Boy finds one. Vortex spots Ari crossing. Doesn't know she crossed this deep yet. Definitely saw the corner though. Falls away. Ari's going to be calling her team over here. It's just going to be the Cypher on A. Has the setup. Outplay. Pioneers outplay Carleton. 3 players on B. Vortex rotating over now. Cursed. Blinds for Heaven. Pioneers not out A main yet.
30 seconds left.
Just Scroob on site, still alive. Wingman finds the plant. Planning for Heaven. They're not even going to clear Scroob in sight. Still sitting back. Scroob finds 2. Mona with the trade. Hell. 3v1 now.
Tay finds Mona.
Carleton just able... No, Point Park just didn't clear back sight, and Scroob was able to find 2. Pioneers elected to plan for Heaven and just didn't think that Scroob was going to be in sight. Ari heard the sky rotate off, and Pioneers just unable to jump on that one. 5-4 now on the attack. Pioneers chance to be eliminated here. Go down 0-2 to Carleton. 15 seconds here. Creep with the standout performance. 14-5 so far. Brings the hero Bulldog into this round. Maybe try to rip a head off.
Mona's also performing very well this game. 9-7.
9-7 on a Cypher attack. That's a great start here from Mona. Here comes the double satchel from Clark. Fast up ramp. Camera spots him. Maybe not. Scroob, unaware. Might get shot here by Clark. Clark opts to go for vent.
He's
Just outgunned. Cursed with the trade with the ghost. And Mona picked off Heavens by Scroob. Scroob now knows Reyna is in vents, has that rifle. 2 players now here for Carleton. Pioneer stuck ramp now. Cursed in vents. Looking to make a play. See if he can get the Pioneers around.
Off by Savage Boy, unfortunately.
Savage Boy just wins that fight. Can Ari with the ghost do anything here? No. Scroob finds another. Just leaving Creep and this Bulldog. You never know, though. Carleton with a 6-4 half so far. Gonna leave the Pioneers at a 2-round deficit now. An op coming out of Otter on the Reyna. See where that gets played. Looks like it's going to be an early B main fight. Pioneers 4 here, 5 here. Looks like Carleton has the right read. Spectre coming out of Ari. We'll see if the Pioneers have the util to clear this. Are they going to be ready for it? Cursed holding the angle. Wow, just misses the shot.
Immediately.
Otter with the wall bang on Cursed. Pioneers.
Sitting. Point Park's going to sit back a little bit here and not really make a push for that. They're going to be a little more hesitant because they don't know what's on the other side of that smoke at the moment.
Yeah, Otter just gets that pick B main and then puts his 2 teammates in there. Pioneers have no control B main. Op rotates off. Looks like Pioneers are going to pop through this, though. Shoots the smoke. Oh!
Through
Tay and Savage Boy just rip them down as Pioneers try to come through that smoke, and that flash just shot 1 bullet. That's all it takes. That's where maybe you want to have the sky if you're the Pioneers. But last round before the swap here, Pioneers looking to make it a 7-5 half. Carleton looking to make it 8-4 on map 2 here of Split.
Carleton just defended that round perfectly, and Point Park was outgunned and outmanned.
Yeah, that op play, Otter just brought it out. Pioneers were not expecting it. Curse just couldn't get that shot.
Weren't ready for all the
Otter walks out, finds Creep, dismisses away into vents. This op is just plaguing the Pioneers now. Last round, they might have to deal with it. Clark scaling up B Heaven, taking space now. 3 players here for South, and Otter finds 1. Carleton. Pioneers get 2, though. 3v3. Clark finds 1. Nades off.
3v2 situation.
Scroob gets 1. Mona traded out. Clark left now in a 2v1. Here comes the Cypher ult. Clark knows where both are. Savage Boy backs off. Doesn't know where these players are. Pioneers cutting noise. No, they don't have the bomb.
Now Mona and Clark are going to sit and wait for Savage Boy to push
I must
this.
wait a moment.
Right side Heaven, Cam spots him. Savage Boy backs off. Savage Boy worried about this flank from Clark. Doesn't know that both players are walking up on him right now. See if we can get a 3-2-1 and the trade. Clark with the 3K. 7-5 half there for the Pioneers. Love to see that recovery.
Switching sides.
Another pistol round here coming now for the Pioneers. That was a great played around by Mona and Clark. Just able to bombs down. Let's relax. Let's peek them together. Mona with a great utility usage on the cam. Just spots Savage Boy, backs him up, and then they double peek him.
Attributed to great communication. It was a great play. I agree with you.
Great
I do have a
stuff.
question for you, though.
Yeah.
If you're Coach Sam in this situation, what are you doing differently defending this time versus last game?
I want to see them prod a little more. On split, it's definitely a little different than Ascent, but I would love to see them fight for either a main control or do what they Carleton did, fight for a little B main control and hold that down. We'll see what the Pioneers elect to do here. 2 duelists on the Pioneers. Look like it's going to be a fast A take. 5 players here. Double satchel coming out for Carleton. Blind. Ari gets 1. Down to 22 health. Kursk finds another. Carleton getting ripped apart now on A main. Ari backs up. 5v3 now.
Clark sitting just behind a screen. He doesn't know that there's one player on the other side of that wall, but he's going to sit back there and wait for it.
Otter lurking up heaven. Beats Creep time. Creep might have saw him split
Careful here.
to vent. Calls it aware. Creep's going to rotate off. He definitely did see that gun barrel. Otter just walking up. Clark spotted out. Pushed with the boombot. 2 pushing. Looks like Carleton's going to be stuck heaven. Clark with the swing. He just goes with the flash. Stun. Creep traded out by Tay. 3v1. Ari down to 22 HP. You have Coulson, Cursed, and Mona. Bomb down here for Carleton.
30 seconds left.
Carleton.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one, man. It's like Rio and Rio, you know, our NAIA teams.
Kersey's Tay here. Gets
Kersey.
one shot off, but it's a whiff.
Tay finds 1. Ari low HP. Time ticking though. 12 seconds. Blind goes down. Ari jiggles.
10
No
seconds
spot.
left.
7 seconds to go. 6 seconds to go. Tay. 6 to plant now. Curse
Curse
with the
gonna push.
swing.
There it
Finds the
is.
3K. Great pistol round there out of the Pioneers.
Going to bring your Pioneers down only 1 round, 7-6. That was a good defense round.
Yeah, that was great trades there,
One of the better
Heaven.
ones we've seen this entire matchup. So
Clark flying through with the flash and then Creep with the trade. Pioneers now looking to even things out. 6-7, looking to avoid this thrifty that's been plaguing these teams. 3 light armors, 3 bulldogs in light armor for the Pioneers. No deagles coming out of Carleton. So hopefully Pioneers able to convert this round pretty cleanly. Blind coming out of Tay. Elects to not use it. 3 players going to be contacting A main.
I must wait
2
a
players
moment.
mid for Carleton. Gauge the cross. Looks like there is a deagle on Otter. Mona gonna be
Mona make
fighting
contact
here.
Sees Otter peek up a little bit, I think, there. I don't know if Mona caught that, but we saw that shoulder show.
Oh, there was a fight. Main. Mona finds 1 on
Spike
Vortex.
down A.
Otter's still there. Crosses sight. Clark finds another Heaven. No lurk there for Scroob. Otter makes it to sight. Savage Boy might find Clark. No, with the 3K. Otter stuck now in sight. Pioneers know this. Creep cleans it up. Pioneers convert a flawless 3K, bring 3 Bulldogs into the next round. That's a risky play to make, but Pioneers pulled that one off.
Was that the first Point Park flawless round this game?
It might have been. It's been so back and forth the whole game. I lost track.
Thrifty, thrifty, thrifty.
You know, no, Pioneers shutting down that Thrifty with a flawless. You love to see it. 2 players upgrading to heavy armor. Creep with the light armor. Still a threat. Ari with a Marshall. Light armor on all 5 players of Carleton. So Ari
With the
can be a threat here with the Marshall. Does 101. Can rip off a head though.
looks like Tay is getting ready to peek that, but sitting nice and pretty there, waiting.
Pioneers playing for B Heaven, letting Carleton just walk up mid. Carleton backs off though.
Looks like they're gonna regroup and push B here.
Ooh, I don't know. The Cypher's walking A. The play they might pivot back. They might split A vents here.
Carleton 2 pivoting back to mid, 1 coming across to A. There's not very much pressure to be met with an A.
It looks
from
like
Point Park.
It looks like it's going to be an A take. Ari rotates over now. 2 players here for the Pioneers with the Cypher setup.
Point Park hearing silence in A for right now.
Creep is thinking about rotating over.
And it looks like the call may be made here.
Yeah, here comes the contact. Here come the smokes and the execute for Carleton. Dog sight, smoke screen. Scroob finds Mona Heaven. That opens up the round.
Otter's getting the plan off in a 5v3.
Oh, Creep just caught out with his molly. Had Scroob there. 5v3 now for the Pioneers in the retake.
Clark's gonna get one, and Clark's gonna get picked off as well by Scroob here.
Scroob with a 3K, a great trade there. Jumps up now. One player in sight for Carleton. Two players in sight, two playing back map. Kirsch just gets dinged and swung by Otter. Here comes Ari. Gets one in sight. Otter finds a second though. 8-7 here for Carleton. Pioneers, you know, that was their bonus round. You know, they had that round to lose. You would have loved to see them convert that one and maybe build a little more momentum. But unfortunately, unable to convert. Coach Sam deep in thought there. Mona with a 12-11 half here. Has light armor coming in this round. Elects to set up A again. Cam is in screens.
Creep topping it off at 16-10 with 3 assists as well.
Yes, sir. Creep getting it done. Deep nade. Scroob looks like he pulls back. Wow. Curse with the jiggle. Ari with the jiggle. Curse with the kill. Just a jiggle peek. Savage Boy trades it out. Creep in the mid. Finds him peeking deep heaven.
Ari's got a nice smooth jiggle, but that's because she plays with the high sensitivity known to man.
Ari and Curse just pounding their way through B main right now. Finds another. Ari gets a kill this time. Otter worry about that push through, but Pioneers playing discipline.
Otter looking up into mid, not seeing much pressure.
Here comes a fight here, main. Scroob just sees Clark. Here comes the ult. Mona, they know this Cypher is just a lone A. Gets spotted out twice.
Carleton full pushing into that A zone now.
A bomb site is Carleton's. Looking like the plan is going to go down for Heaven. No, that Raze is late main. 3v3 retake.
Over to A as well now, and it looks like we're going to have a perfect 3-on-3.
Otter's going to elect to pop the Reyna ult. Looking for some fights. 58 health. May walk up and look for one. One kill is going to be huge. Here comes the blind out of Ari. Just blind spraying Otter. Overwhelmed. Ari Scroob with the trade.
Trades. Ari gets Scroob as well.
Savage Boy. Oh, they line up for Savage Boy. He just finds two through the smoke. Pioneers didn't see him there on that off angle. And they just line up for him. Oh, it was a great retake from the Pioneers. The blind came out from Ari. Retake was coming fast. Low HP. Pioneers just, you hate to lose that one. No tactical timeout coming out of here. Pioneers going to be thrown on the Thrifty this round. Or Eco. Maybe it looks like Pioneers electing for this B main pressure again. It worked really well for them last round. Here it comes.
Clark contact here, and he's going to get picked off, unfortunately, by Tay.
Caught off by Tay. Looks like Carleton's going to speed up here. Slow it off on the smoke.
Tay dropped the smoke, pushing in with some hard, fast-paced power here, but he's going to go ahead and pull back from that. Looks like Point Park's going to draw away, though.
Yeah, looks like 4 players gathering in B main for Carleton. Ari electing to rotate off early. Here come the smoke heaven. Here's the execute. Stalled on the nade. 2 players here for the Pioneers.
Savage Boy
Curse
right here.
Just getting wrapped. Here comes the molly for the plant. 4v2 situation with Scroob finding Mona in the mid. Rotating over.
Gonna get the plan off here as well.
Spike planted.
Looks like Creep is spotted, but he's also seen positioning of this Carleton team.
Pioneers in the 5v2 retake. Gonna put them at a 10-7 deficit on map 2 here. Down
1 enemy remaining.
1-0 on the map count. Otter finds Ari on the peak there, on the Robin peak. Creep getting pushed now. Finds Savage Boy. Maybe holds on to this Bulldog. Finds 2. Has his ult. But electing to go for it just swings him. You know, I love to see that out of Creep. But gonna be 10-7 now here for the Pioneers. Maybe attack timeout if you're the Pioneers. This is a big round to win. But doesn't look like it. What do you think they're thinking now, Shandon?
It's tough to say. You know, I'm surprised Coach Sam didn't call the tack timeout here and reevaluate the defensive strategies we're rocking with. But you know, it's difficult because the defensive plays we're making are very smart and you know it's well drawn up. We just have to get better at finishing off what we're starting and you know stay very disciplined here. That's gonna make the difference this round.
Yeah, huge swing round here. 10-7 Pioneers could go down 11-7 in map 2, elimination map. 4 players here gathering in for Carleton and B main. Here comes the execute. Just Cursed alone here on that back pillar. Gets Raze ulted too. Savage Boy just scaling on this site. Picks out Cursed. Pioneers with the retake though. Clark finds one. 3 ults now online for the Pioneers. Plant going down. Ari might get caught out by Savage Boy. Not ready for this.
And
Savage Boy. Retake ult down. Savage Boy finds 3 after Clark finds Tay. 3v2 situation. Clark stuck in main. Has to swing off that nade. Creep now in the 2v1. Doable.
Creep trading on
Nades
for
back.
Savage Boy there. Otter's about to peek this. Creep sitting back. I don't think he saw that though.
Creep with a rifle and the wingman still has his little buddy. Both players now swinging. Creep sees one. Knows that both are back sight now. Here comes the wingman. Doesn't go on the bomb. And just Vortex just swings out and beats Creep there. 11-7 now for the Pioneers. Ah, I see Creep winning that if he just finds the right timing, unfortunately. Gonna put the Pioneers at a economic deficit for sure. 4 light armors, 1 bulldog, 1 guardian,
4
1
round difference
judge.
in the game as well here. It's a little tough to get back up from, but if Point Park can pull some new defensive strategy out and hope for the best here, you never know.
Yeah, Carleton just
Careful here.
being efficient on these executes. I think once again, Point Park just doesn't really have a lot of space. Quick A main pressure though here coming out of Point Park. Clark finds Scoob with that Raze ult.
Curse finds Savage Boy as well, putting the Point Park.
Ari swings,
finds
find
Day,
1.
making it a 5-2 situation. Otter finds Mona, unfortunately.
With the
Ari
think!
gets that
Spike
trade off.
down, B.
4v1 now here for the Pioneers. Looking to make it 11-8. That was a great play. That was a great bit of aggression there out of A main.
Vortex sitting just outside B, and it looks like Curse is going to get it off.
Great round there from the Pioneers. That thrifty.
Thrifty.
That darn thrifty
First
coming
thrifty
out.
we've seen in a while now.
Hey, that's a good one for the Pioneers. Looking to get back into this game. 11-8 now. Bringing 4 rifles and a bulldog. Gonna put Carleton on a half buy as well, it looks like. 3 hero rifles coming out. Huge round if you're the Pioneers.
The longest you can hold off that match point round, the better off you are.
Looks like it might be a fast B take. No, looks like it might be a B split coming out of Carleton. Pioneers sitting in deep in sights again.
2 pushing B, 2 pushing mid, and then 1 sitting backside A. Looks like they're going to hesitate a little bit. They're not going for that full aggression here.
Clark nades deep A main. Screw picks up that trip though. Mona sees the dog on the cam. Not out though. Smoke coming out from Ari.
B-side seeing a lot of utility.
Lurking up mid. Clark finds 1. Backs off and vents. Otter just tried to walk in there. Contact play. Pioneers have the man advantage with a minute left. Looking to win this bonus round. This is a half buy for Carleton. Curse sees that blind coming up B heaven. Knows that they're probably up now. Hearing Raze jump around. 2 players here in sight for the Pioneers. Savage Boy finds Ari backside. Mona backside with a bulldog. Finds Vortex.
Spike down, B.
2 players here. Gets the ult off. Scroob. 3v3 now here for the Pioneers.
Get him.
Cursed out heaven. Clark stuck box.
Player
Savage Boy
standing.
finds 2 again.
Leaving just the Gecko against 3. Screw can get the plant down.
Creep finds 1 though. Here's the TP.
It's a 2v1. Spikes down. It's all up to Creep here to pull Carleton off and get the kill.
A tough spot here if you're Creep. Might have heard that drop. Alex to go heaven.
He might have been out of range of that drop. That's what it's looking like.
Both players for Carleton playing back B main high-low. This is tough if you're Creep. He has Wingman and a Molly, though. Very doable.
Wingman
Carleton
right
has
here.
Cam on the bomb, though. Here comes the Wingman and the Molly. Love this play from Creep. Just unable to find him.
Looks like Creep got the 2
Creep
kills
on the
post-Humus.
2. He got the martyrdom on the molly. Both players stuck in that gecko molly, but just swung a little too early, exposed himself.
With the molly, you kind of have to time that up perfectly.
Yeah, that was
swing a little too early, and it's going to be costly.
That was a tough round for Creep. 1v2, had the swing, time was low. I think they shot the wingman off the bomb, so that's why he swung. But tough for the Pioneers. Put on elimination point now.
No timeout.
Match point.
No tactical timeout this half. Looks like Coach Sam's trying to avoid icing out his players.
Pioneers looking to just fight to survive here. 12-8 is the scoreline. 3 ults from both sides.
Very spaced out look here from Point Park as well. Nobody sitting directly in mid. Kind of sitting off to the B side a little bit.
Looks like Carleton's gonna do this B split again. They just walk up mid. Dog clears B main. Doesn't find the trip. Finds the trip now. Smoke comes out.
A side.
Oh, here comes the fight A main. Creep.
Yep.
Creep and Clark both lose those opening engagements. 5v3 now for the Pioneers.
Got your trail.
Coulson pops the ult. Looks like Pioneers are making the right read, though. A, execute. 3 players are here for the Pioneers. Might catch the player's heaven. Bomb is late.
Cursed has sights now.
Cursed.
On Savage Boy.
Ult popped. Sky ult coming.
Cursed
Screw.
picks up the screw kill. Still knows that
Falls.
there's one in the smoke. Maybe he's calling that out.
There's the lurk
Vortex
there
picks up
from
hard.
mid. Here comes the ult. Pioneers lose
Savage Boy
13-8 on map 2.
Picks up Mona for that last match point there. It's going to put the Point Park Pioneers down 2-0, and tough loss.
Pioneers
Tough
lose
loss today.
2-0. Tough for sure. 2 very close games for the Pioneers. Just unable to keep things rolling, and Carleton just looks like they were able to outgun the Pioneers a little.
Yeah, it was a very smart play call game overall. I think the adjustments Point Park was making on the fly were working very well. They just weren't disciplined enough. They were having some problems with spatial awareness and, not getting these trades fast.
Yeah, just a little disconnected here from the Pioneers. I think they had the right reads sometimes, and then not enough. I think that aggression on defense just wasn't there. They had it that one round through, and they got the cipher, but just got overwhelmed. Carleton had a great strategy going into the game, executed it greatly, and Pioneers were just a little overwhelmed by it.
What happened on this game to attack, you think? What do you think went wrong for the Pioneers?
I think, didn't we started on attack?
Yes. Yeah, we started attack.
I think our attack was good. I think the Pioneers' attack is good. They either have aggro or they find these lurks. I think the Pioneers' attack was good. I think the defense is the problem for the Pioneers. They're just they have no information. They're kind of sitting back into sites and not poking and prodding, and Carleton kind of just controlled the speed of the game. I think Pioneers were up at the half on the defensive half, on the attacking half, but then Carleton was able to kind of just control the game.
And controlling that pace can be the make or break difference. I mean, if you look at Point Park's attack, they try to control that pace. They're a lot more aggressive. They're willing to take a little more risk, calculated risk could be that. But they're willing to take those extra little pushes, and I think that's why the attack is so much stronger. On defense, they tend to shallow back a little bit.
Kind of hunker down, yeah.
Hopefully this is something Coach Sam will help them address. And like I said, play calling was not terrible today.
I think the play calling is good. I think it's just a little unfortunate. Sometimes it's just not working. I think the right play is there. The thought process is there. Maybe we just have to use our utility a little better. Like Tay was the thorn in the Pioneer side both of these games. Phoenix on map 1. Omen on map 2. Just able to find multi-kills all the time on the Pioneers for no trade, and just the downfall of the Pioneers today. Yeah,
and like I said, it's mostly discipline based, very adjustable. Hopefully next week we can bounce back and make some positive changes here. Yeah, Pioneers, a lot to review for this game. My name's Aiden Ringwitz. This is Shannon Walsh. This is the Valorant broadcast. Thanks for signing on, Shannon. Any last notes? It's nice to be back in the booth for once. Oh, it's crazy to be back in the booth. Next week I may be back on the other side doing all the technical stuff, but it's nice to be in the booth again, except for seeing myself in front of me. It's a little concerning sometimes. It's a little strange sometimes. My name's Aiden Ringowitz. This is Shannon Walsh. Shout out to all the production that makes this go round. Pioneers lose 2-0 today versus Carleton University. Ascent and split, unable to get it done. But that will be it for us here Check out all of our socials and tune in with us next week for next week's Valorant game. Thank you for joining us.